Twitter responds to Centre's compliance status report on the new digital rules. Twitter says, and I quote, "We are concerned by recent events regarding our employees in India and the potential threat to freedom of expression for the people we serve. We, alongside many in civil society in India and around the world, have concerns with regards to the use of intimidation tactics by the police in response to enforcement of our global terms of service, as well as with core elements of the new IT rules. We will continue our constructive dialogue with the Indian government and believe it is critical to adopt a collaborative approach," unquote. Rahul Srivastav now joining us live for the very latest on this. Rahul, Twitter's been compelled to issue this particular statement, and they have expressed their concerns with regards to the use of intimidation tactics by the police in response to the enforcement of the global terms of service. This is a matter of concern, Rahul, perhaps not just for Twitter, but even for WhatsApp and Facebook and many other social media platforms too, isn't it?
Chetty, if you look at the Twitter statement, there are a few very clear elements. One, the visit of Delhi police for a notice has been called intimidation attempt. That means that there is a bit of a battle line being drawn, that the visit of the Delhi police officials to the Twitter office in Delhi was intimidation. The second is that Twitter says that we are with the government in terms of the terms of service. As far as the IT rules are concerned, we plan to advocate for changes to elements of these regulations that inhibit free, open public conversation. What it means, 3 months after the deadline lapsed vis-a-vis the rules, Twitter is saying, talking to the government about these rules, and it is very clearly saying that these regulations inhibit free, open public conversation, means Twitter is opposed to it, is right now not accepting them. While the government had given time even till yesterday night and soon, so that they can respond how they have complied with the conditions made in the new rules. Then very interestingly, it also invokes the civil society. What Twitter is trying to say, that there is a large support to what Twitter is doing vis-a-vis resisting the government restrictions and rules. There is a civil society with it. The last paragraph is also very critical. It says, "We continue our constructive dialogue with the Indian government and believe it is critical to adopt a collaborative approach," and says the responsibility of elected officials, industry and civil society to safeguard. Means Twitter is presenting itself as a safeguarder of public interest.
All right, so Rahul, will keep coming back to you and get more perspective from you on this ongoing story at the moment. We saw what Ravi Shankar Prasad tweeted earlier. We saw the first response that is coming in from Twitter, and Rahul bringing us that report. We'll keep going back to him for more on the story.